Hello again. I'm Dr. Mark Richards from NobodyWantsYouHealthy.com. We're taking readers' questions from my book. And so, Steve, what do we have for us next?
Okay, so next up is Jesse from Boston, a big fan of your book and your website, and he, in fact, went through your book, really enjoyed it, loved the fact that it's so well referenced. But his question is, with all this information out there and with testosterone replacement therapy having been around for decades, he's wondering why the media hasn't picked it up. Why aren't people learning more about this when it seems to be such a systemic problem around the world? What's up with that, Doc? Is somebody putting the lid on this?
Well, Jesse, that is the crux of my book, Nobody Wants You Healthy. The subtitle is Achieving Better Health by Avoiding the Misconceptions or Miscommunication in Modern Medical Science. And when you get into the book, as you know, you find that over 75% of the medical and science articles in peer-reviewed journals are false. They're not reproducible. They were written with flawed statistics. A lot of times it was written that way on purpose in order to sell a treatment or a drug that could make money. This is the part about our healthcare system that frequently gets censored. And it gets censored by the media. And why would the media censor it, Jesse? Well, because there's millions and millions of dollars that go into the newspapers, that go into the TV stations for advertisement. You know, brought to you by Pfizer, brought to you by Moderna, brought to you by Squibb. You can go on and on. So in the pursuit of money, the truth is getting trampled. And you're right, testosterone pellet therapy has been used and benefited people since 1939 in the US. But in the 50s, actually probably around 1960, education for doctors on this therapy simply vanished. Because at that point, the companies figured out they could make patentable medications where they could make a lot more money on it. So there we have this problem. And to speak the truth results in censorship. I think we sort of saw that earlier with the COVID epidemic and the doctors that were trying to speak truth, ranging from the source of the virus to therapies that work for the virus to how deadly or not deadly the virus was, to how the virus spread and what methods didn't work at all in preventing you from catching it. So there's a lot of misinformation, but when you actually trace it back, it goes to hundreds of millions of dollars. So that's the long answer to your question. I say it, I think, a lot better in my book, Nobody Wants You Healthy. And I encourage anybody who's interested in this part of the topic to please get my book, look at the science references, look at the different organ systems that you can make better if your testosterone's low by getting testosterone pellets. And let your doctors know, educate your neighbors, your loved ones. Because if we have a healthier, more productive country, then we're gonna have a country that survives, that has, logical, civil discussions. And a lot of this illness and craziness and unpreparedness for work or even for military defense is gonna go away if we can get the testosterone pellets into common use and treat the scourge of endocrine disrupting chemicals and phthalates and plastics. Thank you for your question, Jesse, and I could probably go on for 8 hours, but this is supposed to be a short video clip, so I'm just gonna stop there.